The question is, can you make an ultralight saddle hunting platform out of plastic? And as crazy as that question sounds, the answer is yes. These three platforms in front of me represent the evolution in design of the Pursuit platforms. Right here, you have the original prototype model. And this was sent to me about a year and a half ago or so to test and to go over, to give my thoughts and review. And to be honest with you, this particular platform is a piece of junk. Not the design or the features, but the way they build it. This was built from a 3D printing machine, and it was also constructed of a really rigid, hard plastic material, which made it very breakable. So not only did it take forever to make one of these, but it was also constructed of a material that would break under a load. So they kept the design, they kept their original features, and when they brought their Pursuit platform to the market, they did so in what they call version 1, and that is this guy right here. When I got this in the mail, I was blown away by the difference between these two right here. Look how clean it looks, how nice it looks versus the 3D printed one. And I was really excited to give this a try. I hunted with it last year. To be honest, it did everything it was supposed to do. There was one problem with this version 1, and that was that people were finding out that when they stepped on the far edges of this platform, that there was an extreme amount of flex to it. It would flex 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. You can see this on a few YouTubers' channels, the Great Michigan Outdoors, something like that, and then also Ryan over at Saddle Hunt. Both of them, Ryan, I think he said he's 245 pounds. The Great Michigan Outdoors is 265 pounds, and both those guys had their platforms flex quite a bit. I personally did not have the same amount of flex as them. I could feel it moving some, but I weigh 210 pounds, 215 pounds, you know, give or take a few. So they came out with the version 1. It looked great, but they were having problems with some extreme amount of flex. None of them broke, which was pretty sweet action in my opinion, but they did have an extreme amount of flex. So they ditched version 1 and they came out with version 2. Now right away, you'll be able to notice when I hold these up together, what they did was they simply beefed up the edges, beefed up the material, not a whole lot, but they did beef it up. But the biggest change that they made was right here in the middle of the platform, they added this plastic beam right here. And I noticed even with my weight that that has immediately strengthened up this entire design of a plastic injection molded platform. The Pursuit platform comes in at $150, which also includes a cam buckle strap, which is your attachment method to the tree. The widest point of the platform from tip to tip is 10.5 inches or 10 3/8 inches wide. It is 7 inches deep all the way throughout the entire platform. The platform itself on my scale is coming in at 19.9 ounces. When you throw in the cam buckle strap, I believe you're right at about 25.9 ounces. This is the lightest platform on the market to my knowledge, and I think for all of the ultralight run and gun people, this is definitely a platform that you would want to take a peek at. In regards to some of the features of this platform, you will notice that throughout the surface area of this platform, they have added traction nubs so that you can keep from slipping and gain traction when you're navigating around the tree, pushing off of the platform. I think for me personally, one of the cool features about this particular platform is they offer two different angles. It has like a reversible design. If you're a leaner and you predominantly lean, then they have incorporated into this platform a pretty steep leaning angle. If you're a sitter, then you can just flip the platform over, and even though it's still angled, it's not as steep as the leaning side would be. And so that would be a little bit more comfortable for those people that find themselves sitting and you don't need that steep angle. In regards to the features of the Pursuit platform, you'll notice that where the teeth attach to the tree, to the outermost edge, is a slanted design, and this aids in being able to push off of your platform as you're trying to navigate around the tree. To set the platform, all you have to do is feed the cam buckle strap through the inside of the platform. I start and make sure that my strap is up here towards the top part so that when I step on the platform, it doesn't have any travel. And also, I like to start with the buckle portion. That's what I feed through, and I wrap the the other end of the buckle strap with the black hook. I wrap this end around the tree, and what that does is it basically guarantees that when I'm pulling towards me, and then when I go to set the cam buckle strap, I'm pulling it towards me rather than just trying to push it away from me, kind of give me, you know, some extra leverage and advantage. So I'll just pull this tight, not super tight, and then grab the cam buckle strap. And I found that if you use the palm of your hand like this, you're able to pull, and then you can reach up with your other hand and grab that and just get some extra leverage, and that makes it tight. From there, when you step up onto the platform, I step up and I will take my heels and I'll put them right at the inside of the platform like that, and go ahead and I'll bounce and I'll seat that platform in. And when you do it like that, it locks in good. You see a little bit of movement, but nothing where you got to worry about your platform rotating on you or something like that. One of the pros associated with the Pursuit platform is it handles side pressure really well, especially for a platform that you don't have to cam over, or you don't have a ratchet strap to attach to the tree. Essentially, when you fasten this to the tree, you're using a cam buckle strap. You wrap it around, you attach the cam buckle part, and then you just roll that over, and you stand as close as you can to the tree. You seat it down, and for doing just that, this still bites to the tree really, really well. And I associate that to the fact of all these vertical rows of teeth, if we could use that word. And it handles side pressure much like the out on the limb manufacturing platforms do. I think they handle the side pressure the best because of that. So that's one thing that you can keep in mind with the Pursuit platform, is it does handle side pressure really nicely. One of the expectations that the guys over at Pursuit Platforms tries to set for the customers is when you get this platform new, you'll notice that all of these rows of teeth come to a pretty fine edge. And when you go to put this on the tree and you start to seat them into the tree and you use this, you'll notice that the edges of that plastic teeth, they'll begin to curl. And the guys at Pursuit Platforms says this is completely normal as you use it. As you begin to wear down the fine edge of that teeth and it gets to the more thicker section right here, it will stop curling. That's something to keep in mind as well. Now this one is the version 2, and you can see, I'll give you some close-ups right here where the teeth are kind of curled pretty good. And you have to understand that I was on the telephone pole, the Taj Mahal in my backyard. I've also been on other trees, and I have literally jumped up and down on this particular platform, and that is the wear and tear. So that is going to be way more use than I will ever do in the woods. I'm never jumping up and down on my platforms. I'm never trying to destroy my platforms. When you seat this on the tree and you push it down into the position, that is the most that it's going to come in contact with the bark. So heavier people, obviously they will show a little bit more curl, but again, they say once you get down to the more meatier part of these teeth, that you won't notice that curl as much. There's a secondary option that you can run with the Pursuit platform that's still ultra light and keeps your platform right about that 2-pound mark, and that is adding a ring of steps to this platform. Now this is the Bullman ring of steps, and this is the platform style steps. I really like these, and my initial thoughts when I saw the Pursuit platform was I'm going to attach the Bullman ring of steps, 3 of these steps, to the same cam buckle strap that I use to fasten the Pursuit platform to the tree. And then whenever I go to attach the platform, I'm just going to simply run the buckle portion through the platform and then fix my ring of steps. And I'll use the same buckle strap for the ring of steps and the Pursuit platform. And it does work to an extent. But what I have found is that when you do that, and you go to seat your platform will go down at an angle, your strap's up here, and your platform seats, but then when you walk around and you really try to seat each step, that brings the strap down to where the platform is. So when you go back to the platform, then you reseat your platform, and you're constantly chasing each other, trying to figure out exactly where you can land or you can seat the steps in a platform at the same time. And it's just impossible because, again, you're just chasing each other. There are two workarounds. One, if you're leaning back hard, you're really not standing in a vertical position, you can seat the platform, and then you can go and you can lightly seat your ring of steps. That way, as you're in the leaning position, you can still navigate the tree, but you know, that's not a perfect or an ideal way. I think the ideal way would be to use a cam buckle strap for your ring of steps and also a cam buckle strap for the Pursuit platform. That way, when you lock and you seat the Pursuit platform, you can go ahead and just crank that thing down, run your ring of steps through that, and then you're not in this constant chase mode trying to seat both of these at the same time. The one thing I cannot speak to in this review in regards to the Pursuit platform is its longevity. How long can you expect a platform that is made from injection molded plastic to last, especially when you're using it 50 times a year, you're putting it on a hard bark, you're seating it into the tree? I have no concerns of whether or not this is safe or whether or not this is going to break when I have used it, and from messing around with this platform, I think it does exactly what it is designed to do. The one thing I just don't know is in 5 years, what will the teeth of this platform look like? And you know, that's where I would speak to the price point. I think at $150, I think they're right at the max line of what I would want to pay for an ultralight saddle hunting platform. The other thing for me personally is I don't keep anything long enough to last for 5 years. To be honest with you, I'm wheeling and dealing, I'm trading, I'm selling so that I can go on hunting trips, all of that. So for me personally, it's really not a big deal. If you're a guy that likes to buy something and you're sentimental and you hunt with it forever, then that's where I just don't have advice for you. I don't know how long this would last. But at $150, if you're an ultralight saddle hunter and you want to do everything you can do to go, you know, as minimal as you can, then this is definitely a worthy option to at least look its direction. $150, you're not breaking the bank. If you used it for 2 years and you wanted to sell, I'm sure you could sell it for 75, 80 bucks and get some of your money back. But again, its longevity, I just don't know. And I think that's a pretty fair assessment for everybody at this point in time. The one thing I do want to point out and make a big deal about in regards to the guys over at Pursuit Platforms is they had a design in mind. They tried to bring it to fruition. Here's the prototype. The prototype was junk. I just don't think it was very sustainable. If I got something in the mail that was a final product that looked anywhere close to what this looked like, I would return it. And you know, they didn't ditch the idea. They kept doing their research. They kept doing their testing, their third-party testing. And the difference from the prototype to version 1 is simply outstanding. Again, I hunted with this. I have no problems with it. It does flex. Mine not as much as some of the other people. But again, they did not throw in the towel or ditch the idea. They went back to the drawing board and they found a way to perfect version 1. They bring out version 2. They added the I-beam. They added some reinforcements in the overall design. And I think that the guys over at Pursuit Platform, they are very, very close to perfecting the idea of a plastic ultralight saddle hunting platform. One thing I'd really like in this video is for you to comment and let me know, what do you think about a platform that is made from injection molded fiberglass reinforced plastic? Is that something that you would even give a try? Is it something you're curious about? Is the ultralight weight worth you not knowing whether or not this would last for 5, 6, 7 years? I'd like to know what your comments are or your thoughts are. Just drop them in the comments section below. There's a lot to like in the design of this particular platform. Your tapered design here, which allows for easy maneuvering around the tree. You can push off the traction nubs throughout the surface area. And again, to my knowledge, the lightest platform, if not one of the lightest platforms out there on the market. As always, guys, if there's anything I did not cover, any questions you have, please drop them in the comment section below, and I'll do everything I can to answer those questions. And until next time, good luck to you.